How's it guys? Ibrahim from Wookit Cast and Drone Cape Town. So as you can see, we're standing in the Wookit Cast and Drone Tackle Shop, and we're about to cook up a storm for you in the Wookit kitchen. So it's going to be a little bit busy with our own cookbook, and all the recipes that we're currently doing is going to be inside our cookbook. Right, so we're going to do a bit of a Middle Eastern fusion. We're going to do a fish dish, but I'll meet you up in the Wookit kitchen, and I'll give you a rundown of exactly what it is we're about to do for you. How's it guys? So we're here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Middle Eastern dish, our own style of course. We are South African and we're always different in everything we do. So we're going to be using a tagine. It's going to be a fish dish. I'm going to give you a full rundown of all the ingredients. The fish we're using, so because it's carp season, I thought we could use carp, but we're not going to use carp. We're using monk tails. I've chosen to use a fish that is accessible to most people, where you can walk into many of the fish stores that sell your fish. Fish stores at least that sell fish, where you can buy all types of fish, be it hake, be it snook, red romans, any fish that you're able to buy commercially, and monktails is one of them. Monk has got a very nice distinct taste. It's very similar to crayfish, that is, or lobster. So our choice of fish that we're going to use today is monk, and our ingredients are as follows. So we've got our bell peppers. I've got the red and yellow bell pepper. We've got fresh lemon, we've got carrots, we've got zucchinis, we've got the red onion, we've got freshly cut garlic, freshly cut ginger, we've got saffron already mixed in water, we've got fresh cut cilantro or dhania, our tomatoes, our spices are salt, paprika, black pepper, cumin and chili powder. We're also going to be using a tomato paste, and of course our saffron is freshly cut saffron as well. So the recipe, it's a very simple recipe, and we're also using 100% virgin olive oil. So we're going to start off by mixing up our spice mix for the fish, and it's a very simple mix. So we're going to use quite a bit because we're using a big tagine, and of course we'll present the meal to some of our friends over here. Nothing better than sharing a whole meal with good friends. So we're going to start off with our spices that we're going to mix into the bowl. And cumin in the Middle East is one of the very popular spices, so I'm going to use a teaspoon and a half of cumin. And in our cookbook, we will have the recipe as well as the method, and then in the cookbook as well, the link for the YouTube video will be there, so you can always follow it. Right? Chili powder, we're not going to go too spicy, so I'm going to use just a little bit more than half a spoon over there. Not too much black pepper either, just less than half a spoon. Paprika, we like the smoky taste, so with paprika, I'm going to go a nice deep teaspoon over there. And then of course salt, we'll use a teaspoon of salt, and we'll add salt as we go along. The bay leaves we're going to use will go into the tagine as we start cooking. So what we're going to do here is, we're going to add our olive oil, and we're not going to be shy. We might even top up on the spice as we go along. The lemons, we're going to use freshly squeezed lemon. Freshly squeezed lemon juice. I'm not going to be shy with the lemon. Right? Then we're now going to add in our garlic, and I love garlic, so I'm not going to be shy. That's about a whole clove over there, and the piece of ginger we're going to add in there as well. So in many instances you would be using a ginger powder. We're not going to use ginger powder, we're using fresh ginger, fresh garlic, right? And with that, we're now going to add our saffron water. Just going to get everything in there. Right. So that's the spice mix, and from there we're going to get back to the spice thereafter. We're going to get to the tagine now. So we're going to put the tagine on here. Normally you would use a deflector under the flat. In this instance we don't have a deflector. And it's always nice to use a very good quality oil inside it. So the tagine is it's a clay Moroccan style cooking. Tagines are always used and quite a popular pot for using out there when they're cooking. And we're going to layer our bottom with our carrot. Let's use all that. And what we're going to do further, as the oil is heating up, you can already feel the heat coming over here. I'm decided that I'm going to put my zucchinis at the bottom. Normally I would have dressed it up, so I'm going to put part of our zucchinis at the bottom. Right. And from there, we'll be packing out tomatoes. So all our fresh slice of tomatoes. Then we should already squeeze another tomato in there. And one of the ingredients that we're now going to add into our spice is our tomato paste. And what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to add a little more water using the same glass from our saffron muslin, just to thin it out a bit. And there we go. So what's basically going to happen from here is what we're basically going to do from here is that our fish is now ready for basting. So at this point, we're going to take our fish. Throw it into our basting. And like I said, this is monkfish. It should be available at most stores. You can use any local fish that's available to be bought. Snook, hake, red roman, yellowtail. So I need to get all this in here because we have quite a few people that's going to be munching on this dish. That is where we are. And this one. Squeezing it. So what we're also going to do, which I should have done, was I think just below the fish we're going to add some of the marinade onto our veggies. Okay, and it's quite simple, quite fast as well. And we're now going to pack our bell peppers out. Bell peppers, once they cook up, gives you a nice sweetish taste as well. we go. So what I'm going to do from here as well, I love red onion, and red onion will also give it a nice sweetish taste. And what we'll do is once the gravy gets cooking and you can already hear it's starting to simmer over there. And now for us to top up some of our zucchinis to the top. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to close the tagine for a short while, and we'll come back and we'll keep checking. Just add of this spice mix. You can already hear the starting to do its thing. So we're going to close up the tagine for about 10 minutes from here, and then we'll come back and we'll keep checking. As it goes and the sauce comes up, we'll taste the sauce to see if we've got enough salt, and thereafter we'll add salt in there. What we'll do thereafter is that once the dish is nicely prepped, it's good to be served with a nice crispy bread, be it French loaf. You can also eat it with flatbread. So we're going to prep that on the side. We've got some aubergine that we'll prepare. We're going to grill it totally separate to that, just as a side to the actual fish dish that we've got. Aubergine is also very nice. It's also a very big part of South African cooking. It's a big part of Middle Eastern food as well. So we're just going to add that into the mix. And like we said, it's a fusion of culture. So we'll just need a short break on this one. We'll be right back. Okay. So guys, we're back. We're just going to check, and as you can see, it's doing its thing. And we just want to take some of this juice from the bottom and keep pushing it over there. It still needs to cook for at least another 10-15 minutes. We want to make sure that everything has gotten through on the fish, that our zucchinis are nice and soft. So as you can see, it's cooking. The aroma is amazing. The smell is second to none. And while this continues cooking, we're now going to go over to our aubergine. So you know, South Africans are very funny people. Aubergines are called branjels. And there's another name for it, but we won't mention that name on camera. So what we're going to do with this is we're just going to salt it. We're going to use some paprika for spice. We're then going to put it into the pan and a light layer of olive oil below it, and we will be cooking on that. So we will be back shortly once we got that up and going on the stove. Okay. So we're setting up our aubergines, and all we're going to do, like I said, we're going to salt up this, each and every one of them with a bit of salt. And I can hear the aubergine going, I mean the tagine doing his thing. And what I did was I just put, because the sauce was starting to cook along the edges, we just lifted a bit with a wooden spoon over there so it doesn't cook over. We've got our griller pan up there with some olive oil in, and we're just going to do some salt on the other side. I'm not going to go too heavy on the salt. We still need to taste the sauce inside the tagine, sorry, to make sure that there's enough salt inside there. So I'm just rushing a bit. I don't want the pan to get too hot. I'm going to turn it down a bit. Okay. And from here, I like using my hands when I spice. I get a better feel for the amount that I need. Guys, so just want to double check on our tagine quickly. If you guys could only smell this, it is amazing. I truly wish you guys could smell this. The saffron, sure, everything is coming through. Absolutely perfect. Right, so we're gonna let the tagine do its thing a little longer. We're gonna leave that over there, and this is when you start with our aubergines. perfect. Like I said, we got a very thin layer of olive oil in the pan. All we're going to do with the aubergine is we don't want to make it too soggy. We're just going to give it a chance. We're going to give it a couple of turns. Some slices, I can see I cut a little bit thin, but not a big issue. And you can hear that grilling over there. So now we just give it this time to do its thing as well. Masterpiece over there, and like I said, we'll start prepping a table with the French loaf bread that we're going to be using. Very freshly made bread. We just about got it as it came out of the oven this morning, so we know for sure that bread is going to be a monster of a meal. And we'll just wait for our guests to arrive, so we'll just give this its time to do its thing. Once we take it out of here, we'll dab it onto a cotton towel just to make sure that it absorbs the unnecessary oils and things like that, and then we'll start prepping for our guests. So if it is that you guys do pop into the store at Orchid Castle Down, our cookbook with all about 20 recipes, including a couple of refreshment drinks, which we'll be shooting one of those drinks now shortly as well. Hopefully we got all the ingredients. Those are all inside the cookbook, and the cookbook should be ready within a month from now. So we look forward to that in store as well. So like I said, the quantity of the recipe, all the quantities or the volumes that you use will be in there, the method will be in there. There'll be an illustrated picture and also the YouTube link, and you can actually go from here onto YouTube and check the link out on how we actually made it. So we'll be back shortly, and we'll keep going with the aubergines. Okay, so we're back. Our aubergines are all sorted on the table. We're just busy dressing up there. We're about to open up our tagine again. Let's check it out. It's been cooking for all of about 25 minutes, I think, max. Our zucchinis are nice and soft. We don't have anything sticking at the bottom. The smell is amazing, seriously amazing. Our fish is absolutely perfect. So at this point, we're now going to switch off our gas. Our meal is perfectly cooked, and we'll show what the meal will be presented like on the table. So saffron is one of the most important spices in this, I think, with the style and the method that we're using. Your carrots, your bell peppers for the sweetness. Sorry, not carrots, onions, red onions. Sweetness over the carrots at the bottom for it should be nice and soft as well. I think the color, the presentation, the smell, the aroma, the type of fish that we're using, monktail, like you said, you can use any type of fish. There's no hard and fast rule to fish. Whatever's available in your region or continent, wherever you are. But in South Africa, Cape Town especially, we are in cob season now. Cob would be a nice fish inside here. We've got boneless medallions of fish, and I think that's going to be superb. So our next shoot will be out at the table, and the guys telling us what the outcome is on what we've done here today. Like I said, this will be in the Cook It cookbook. It's a fusion between many different cultures, and I do believe that we've got a winner here on the table today. So we look forward to the shot at the table. All right. So all right, go open. Thank you. So it's that moment. We're going to give it a bash now. So we're going to get some of that fish inside there. Some of the bell peppers to go with it. And then of course we're going to serve that with our crusty bread. And not forgetting our aubergine to be set on the side. Okay. Try this moment. Who's going to try, Jane? Okay. Let's hear what the critters have to say on this one. Alright? My very own judges, in-house judges over here. Josh. Give it a bash here, my man. And
Fantastic. Absolutely speechless, yeah.
is it? Yeah.
Can I move in here by you?
Ah.
No, really lovely. Fantastic.
Let me give it in. Oh my word. Oh my word. You know, if I have to blow my own trumpet here, this is amazing. It's our first time trying it. And the dish came out exactly the way I thought to do it, even better. The taste is superb, spices are perfect, not too much, not too little. I think it's not overdressed, it's absolutely perfect. We did this actual dish in I think something like about 10 or 15 minutes, and then about 25 minutes to cook. And that's it. A meal for about, what's this, 4, 5, 6 people? Very easy, very simple. I think every home should try it. If you don't have it, tagine, you can do it in the normal pan. I'm sure it'll come out just as well. So yeah, no. Look forward to you guys walking into store 021 023 2485, number 8 Canal Road, Wetton, Cape Town. That's Hooked Cast and Drone coming in from the Hooked Cooked Kitchen. If you guys want to come and inquire about the dish or watch us shoot our next video, you're more than welcome to. And there we go. Thank you very much, guys. It's enjoying time. Right.
English is my donker pipi. Cooked to perfection.